guys, so today I actually did some off-camera work. So the reason why I had to do the off-camera work is because most of the old connectors which I found were not working as they're supposed to. So I'm actually looking for the connectors. Like this, for instance, is an RXZ connector. It has 5 pins in it and plus one extra for the high beam. So all the holders in this were bad, so I had to wire everything differently, and also the pins in the connector are different to the new RX 135 wiring. So because of which I had to do a lot of rewiring. It's not very tough basically, but since it won't make much value to the video, that is the reason why I didn't take that, and it will confuse people. So right now when the ignition is on, the neutral switch is lighting, plus the oil level light is lighting because there is no oil. Then like you can see, the indicators are working, and there is some short. That is the reason why it is flickering. So I'll figure that out once it turns on fully. So like if you see here, now it is fine, but when we put the left indicator, it is flickering. Actually I also noticed that just now, but the right one is fine. We have on, and then I didn't wire the brake switch, but both the indicators and the horn is working. Let me put the indicators and show you again. So that is the right side, and that is the left side. So looks like there is some grounding issue because of which this is happening, though it is actually quite nice to look at. So I'll figure that out once I start the bike, because right now I don't think it will raise its head. So also I'm wiring an RXZ for the first time. It is slightly different from a RX 135. So right now the aim is to make sure that we start this ASAP. So I have not connected the accelerator cable, neither I have connected the clutch cable. So tomorrow the target is to start it. So if I was lucky enough to dig the carburetor out of that whole pile of junk. So this is the original 5-speed carburetor. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to install this, and then later on we will move to a flat slide. So that also is coming. So right now the aim is to start it with the stock setup and then do the modifications. We have to also install the RDD CDI onto this. So almost everything from a wiring perspective is complete. Headlight is also wired, but that will turn on once the bike starts. Plus I could not find the the speedometer cable for the Gladiator. I have tightened the front mudguard, so it is completely tight, and we also have to modify the front number plate so that it fits the setup. Tomorrow I'll put the silencer on. So the stand has a new pin, but there is a slight play which we need to work on, and I will later on change the brake pedal. So right now I kind of forgot, and I couldn't get it. It was not available when I went shopping day before yesterday. Not day before yesterday, yesterday. So that is about the RXZ. So tomorrow hopefully we'll be able to start it. Day after tomorrow I might be able to do a little bit of work on it, but I'm actually traveling on early morning Saturday, and then I'm traveling till Sunday late night, so I'll be back only by Sunday. So till that time, maybe some of the work might be pending. So tomorrow hopefully we'll start it. So I also need to get fuel. I have that fuel bottle somewhere here which I have to search, or else we have to do some jugaad to start it. There was a small hole in the tank which I fixed with what is that thing called? Okay, it's called GB weld. So yeah, this is what I got from the US for the Zen bumper. Well, so using GB weld, I have fixed the petrol tank leak, but I have not put petrol in it to ascertain if there are more leaks. So let's hope there are not. So next is I will fix the engine guard before we wind up, and probably post that we'll call it a day. So yeah, let me fix the engine guard and also tighten these screws. I actually wanted to check the brake light if it is working fine. So once that is checked, then I'll tighten these screws, and also let's fix the engine guard. So guys, just check this out. So now I have also fixed the engine guard and almost everything is fixed. The bike just looks awesome. I can't wait to start it tomorrow and then take it for a ride. I need to put a crash guard. I am actually thinking of putting a straight bar, but then you guys let me know if the butterfly one looks better, but I personally like the straight bar. Okay, so the only thing remaining electrically now is to connect the skill switch. Some of you had asked me which bike is this from. This is from a Gladiator. The Gladiator has two models. One is the one which I got with a self, so anyways I cannot remove it, so I'll let it be there. But this kind of a switch came in a RXZ 5-speed, so it was the exact same switch. The only difference was there is no self here, so it looked like this. So next probably things pending is we need to rebuild the master cylinder. So I have the rebuild kit with me, and plus I also have the caliper, everything, so that is pending. So for the caliper also I got the kit. So master cylinder and caliper is there. So the chain is actually kept somewhere in there. It's a brand new chain, so I have to look for it. So that is something which we will do on Sunday. So this RXZ actually has a very peculiar shaped washer that comes here. So it's not round, it is kind of oval. So just for the OCD, I'm thinking of probably building one, but I don't have that thick sheet metal, so probably I'll have to improvise. Maybe, you know, there is some thick sheet metal on this, so maybe I'll cut a template out of this and then probably make that washer. But the only problem is there is kind of a dimple here which looks ugly. So probably what I'll do is I'll try to straighten this by brute force, and then we'll make a template out of this, and then we'll actually put a washer here and a bolt. So I think the bolt is lying here somewhere. I don't remember whether it's 10 or 12. Most likely it would be a 12. First let me try putting a 10. Definitely not a 10. Yep, it's a 12. So this bolt is pretty long for it. This is the bolt that goes up into the handle. So I'm anyways getting new. I'm not going to put those. I'm just showing you that is what goes there. So yeah, the carburetor is here. So tomorrow I'll clean this whole carburetor and then hopefully we'll install this and then start the bike. So yeah, almost everything is complete. So stay tuned. We'll start this bike pretty soon. It's really late. Look at this guy and look at that guy. They are also sleeping. It's about midnight and I have not had my dinner, so this is kind of becoming a usual thing. So yeah, let me go back, have my dinner, and then probably post that I'll try to catch some sleep. Another thing that we are missing is we're missing those reflector clamps that go here. So those I remember were there on the bike, so I've kept it somewhere. So hopefully I'll stumble upon those and then put those. Plus this one has two clamps that are missing in the engine guard. So I ordered those, but those shop glue guys messed the order up, because of which it didn't reach. So yeah, that we'll figure something out. Another thing is I've used a pulsar side stand on this because those are a bit longer than this. So yeah, tomorrow let's keep our fingers crossed. Hopefully we'll start the bike. And also I'm going to reduce the height a bit. This is sitting too tall for my liking. Probably I'll have to change the top part and then put the original RX 135 top part. I have not thought, so let's see. Okay guys, so I've started rambling now. It's too late, so I'll call it a day. So tomorrow let's keep our fingers crossed. Hopefully we'll start the bike. So yeah, stay tuned. Have a good night. Bye bye.